Okay, welcome back everyone for another episode of Master of Command, continuing our Only Germans playthrough. We've had a series of setbacks. We lost our, what was it, the Schaumburg Lippe artillery. We lost a light infantry unit. It's definitely been a challenging campaign so far, and it's been coupled with some poor decisions on my part for sure. So we're going to be trying our best to make up for those losses and trying to finish this campaign strong. Honestly, I am a little worried about the HQ battle here in the second act. And then if we do get past Act 2, what is Act 3 going to look like? But I don't think it's totally unachievable. So we're going to keep on pushing through. Our next goals are going to be to fill out our new brigade that we expanded into. So we've got 3 open slots, and what I think I want to do is, let's see, we've got a good amount of line infantry. So what I probably want to do is maybe get a little bit more cavalry, maybe get a little bit more melee, definitely get more artillery. So my priority is probably going to be artillery, melee, infantry, cavalry. But we'll see how that goes. I've got a bunch of items here. We're probably gonna have to sell off some of it in order to have the money to buy new units. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, and we've got a basically a morale, or not a morale, sorry, a melee officer here in reserve. So that's good. Okay. First off, we're gonna go visit this fort. We're gonna come visit this encampment. We're gonna come over here to Weimar. Maybe see if we can buy an artillery unit here. And then we'll probably burn this town down, come over here, burn it down. And then I think there were a bunch of German units over here. So basically we want to try to stockpile as much money as we can to come over here, buy up some more German units, and then fight this encamped army. So let's go ahead and move over here to the fort. I'm going to see how many... We're eating 21 provisions a day, which doesn't seem too bad. If we end up getting low on provisions, we'll go into foraging. And what is it when we're in the forest? Down to 13. So the real question is, do I want to take a risk? Do I just want to go for the... Hold on, do I have grenades in my inventory? I think, did I hand one of you guys grenades? Let's see. Oh no, here they are. Okay. So we can do this. We can do the siege the fort, and then we can use the ammunition, breach the walls, and then we can use the grenade option, and hopefully... Excellent. That worked well. We got some good weapons out of it. And we get a doctrine. Prisoner conscription is very strong. Decreasing the cost of resources is also fairly good. But I'm going to go with the prisoner conscription, just because if you do this every few battles, you never need to buy reservists ever again. So that's very useful. And then let's go ahead and look at what we've got here. We've got some good quality Hussar sabers, so I think we'll equip those. And then we've got good socket bayonets. Let's give them to our Hessians. Sorry, those are Jaegers. Where are the Hessians? Here we go. 6 and 8. Okay. Yeah. And then we can give our heavy bayonets to these grenadiers. And These YIKES can use the light socket bayonet because it is a better melee weapon than a worn bayonet. So we'll be happy with that. And we've got good land pattern muskets that we can hand off. And why not just give them to these guys so that they have better land patterns? We could do that. Let's see what the comparison is here. They're about equal range. Here, let's give... Well, these guys have our buck and ball. Let's give these guys the land pattern, and you can keep the Potsdam with your... Sorry, not buck and ball, quartered musket, sorry. And we can go ahead and keep on moving. Let's come over here to the encampment, and I might have to switch over to foraging. If we go under like 150 food, we'll switch to foraging. Okay, we'll switch to foraging. Let's do this. Very nice. Got some noise stats, got Hussar Saber. And let's come over to Weimar. Oh, there goes a patrol. And honestly, we can't afford to buy anything. We need to be buying units. So we're gonna hold off. Oh, I could buy back artillery if I had a ton of money. I could buy this unit. But I don't think there's like any world where I'm able to save up this much money. So I am just gonna burn this town down. Wow, this was an extremely good shop. Yeah, this was unfortunately a very good town. Lots of stuff here. Anyway. Maybe I... What was this battlefield? I don't remember. Did it use an officer? It might have required an officer. Let's go ahead and buy up some food here, and then we'll burn the town down. And hopefully that patrol comes back and we're able to fight it. Okay, so they've got Grinzer Sharpshooters, Grinzer Grenadiers, some Hussars, Dragoons. Probably what I should do at the next city is sell off some items, because if I save all of the items for the village, I'm not 100% sure that they'll have enough money to pay for all the items I need to sell. Anyway, we've got lots of these Fusiliers, these guys. I actually wanted to switch out my Iron 6-pounders for the howitzers, but I forgot to do that. Let's see, Dragoons. And then the artillery. These guys are fairly dangerous. These guys are decently dangerous as well. Then let's go ahead and Wow, these Grenadiers are kind of cracked. Kind of cracked. Okay. Let's, here, let's put our own Grenadiers over here. And then we'll have the foot like that. We'll get our Jaegers. Let's make sure we're taking into account our officers. So let's have you there, you here, and then you here. And we'll keep our Hessians nearby. Light cavalry. How are these guys in melee? They're decently strong. But if we're able to get behind them, I mean, I think we've learned that hitting units in the back is absolutely devastating. So maybe if we can get behind them, that'll be useful. We'll keep the cavalry on this end, and have our Hessians act as like a response team if needed. Got our supply train here, which shouldn't die anymore. There was a bug in the last version of the game where your supply train would just die randomly, so hopefully it won't be doing that anymore, and it can give our artillery lots of ammunition. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started, and let's get our Grenadiers into position. I might just march them up in line. And let's get our Jaegers out front. Let's bring the foot over. Maybe we keep one unit of foot over here. Okay, Grenadiers are getting shot up. Here, let's have you guys come out here. Let's bring the general out. What did we hit? Not much of anything. These guys apparently. Let's start moving up, just because I'm not... Since they have the artillery advantage, I'm not sure that they'll advance on us. But I'm still kind of trying to get my units into position here. What's the range on these guys? 143, so they outrange us. Okay, we're doing a little bit of damage hitting those Grenadiers. Okay, let's bring these Jaegers over here. And we'll just keep nailing these Grenadiers for now, I guess. We're actually kind of effective, surprisingly effective. How's their artillery doing? Not as well. Let's, after this volley, we'll go ahead and move the artillery up. We'll unlimber them and then get them moving. Okay, move up our YIKES and our Grenadiers. And let's make sure that we are respecting the cavalry. Let these guys spread out before they advance. And let's slow the advance of these YIKES because I don't want them getting caught out. And I might actually send the general over here because the artillery might be able to give these guys the combat effectiveness boost. Okay, advance over here. Let's keep on moving. Okay, looks like they have activated. Let's make sure everyone is advancing. Here, let's just get you guys active again, firing. You don't necessarily need to be in canister range. Let's bring the cavalry over. Looks like their cavalry is congregating over here, so we need to keep an eye out for that. Okay, let's turn our foot to try to counter this cavalry, if possible. Okay, that worked out, but these guys took a lot of losses. So let's pull them back. Let's keep advancing here. Let's hit those hussars. Let's have all these units keep advancing. Okay, they're routing. That's good. Okay, and then let's get everyone firing. Okay, that was good. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, good. Here, fire at will. Are you guys braced? Yes. Hopefully you're able to repel. No. Okay, so charge in. Cool. That worked out. And then we can bring in the light cavalry now to help eliminate this artillery. Let's charge into them. Let's get everyone moving up. Oh wow, they ate a ton of canister. That's kind of weird that that's a victory because this unit... Oh, it's out of ammunition. Okay. It's out of ammunition, so it was withdrawing. Oh my gosh, that canister really hurt, though. I feel like if the only units left on the field are artillery, they should just route off of the battlefield, because getting in close to them and just eating canister for free doesn't feel good. And let's go ahead and take the money off of them so that we can build up a large reserve and buy a bunch of German units. Looks like we hit an upgrade here for our officer. This is decent. Extra cover effectiveness and deployables go up faster. I'm okay taking this on a line brigade unit. Looks like we've got good ramrods here. We can make that change. Anything else of interest here? Not in particular. We've got gun picks, but I don't know that anybody really needs gun picks. Okay. There's definitely units that I can put these gun picks on if I just swap out something like the half gators, which maybe I will do. Oh, shucks. I hate it when I miss that there's an item that conflicts. I could take off your canteens. and do gun picks. Okay, in any case, let's get our guys replenishing and our ammunition sorted, and then let's finish raiding this town. I really wish it'd stop notifying the headquarters, that'd be great. Okay, these are pretty good items. Let's continue onward. Let's come check out this battlefield real quick. I see, yes. And I didn't want to risk losing this officer because he's fairly good for what I want. Let's see. Oh, there is subsidy battalion artillery here. Okay. So that's good. We've got another unit. And we can hand him the howitzers versus the 3-pound gun. And let's give him the accuracy bonus and elevation screws, sure, why not? And then anything else useful here that artillery can use? Coffee. Cool. Good tompions. Could anyone use good tompions? For sure. And we have normal tompions. And a good saddle here. Okay. Let's definitely sell some things. Just kind of looking at everything at the moment. No cheap officers. Some ramrods. It's fairly decent artillery here. Okay, let's sell off some things here. So what can I sell? Let's sell the portrait for sure. Let's sell that. I've got a lot of these basic weapons I can sell. I can sell off these cuirassier swords, sure, as well as these dragoon swords. I'll keep this one. I'll keep the cannon for now. Oh, this limber chest I can put on the artillery. I can... Geez, how many of these random muskets do I have? A ton. I have a ton of them. We can get rid of the land patterns. That will bring our money up a little bit. And let's see. I could probably sell the heavy jacket. Yeah, let's sell the heavy jacket. Let's sell that hussar saber. Sell this one. I could probably sell the spirit rations. Maybe the entrenching tools. Maybe this haversack. Definitely more of these. I can sell the Neustadt. And then let's sell off that land pattern. We'll keep those Potsdams for now. Maybe I sell off... Maybe we sell off like 2 of those. A large cartridge box. A good... Okay, let's sell those. My problem is I see these items being useful on the new units that we buy. So I kind of Kind of don't want to sell them, which I think is fine because we can go into the village and sell off anything that we end up not using. So I think at this point we probably just burn down this city, and then we come over here, buy up new units, come do the encamped army, and then at that point the HQ should activate shortly afterwards. So let's do it. Let's raid this town. Generate some more money, get some more food. Don't notify the headquarters. Get some more items. Very good. So we're definitely going to sell off the cheese, because I don't really value cheese. Sorry, cheese. Okay. So this we can definitely sell. Let's come over to this town. Maybe we take a quick detour to check out this convoy. Oh, and face a weak enemy field army? Yes, please. This will get us a little bit more money and experience. And I'm gonna do an upgrade here just because it's cheap. Anyone at 3 items? Okay, it's just you guys. So let's do it here also and give them a light saddle. And let's fight this army. How much do you need to hit level 5? Okay. Okay. French hussars. Okay, so these are going to be kind of dangerous. The gendarmerie are very dangerous as well. So we need to keep an eye on this cavalry. That is no joke, as we've learned the hard way. Okay. Austrian Fusiliers, Grinzer Grenadiers. Wow, that's some insane accuracy. Oh my gosh. 98. What are we looking at? I mean, I guess that's pretty on par with our guys. But still, it seems like a lot. Okay, so this is definitely like the stronger side. They have a really strong center and slightly weaker flanks. But let's go ahead and put a bunch of guys on this end. Okay. And then you over here. And then our other foot units here. With the howitzers here, and oh, we need to rename them. And these guys here. 2.5 damage radius. What is your damage radius? Very slightly larger. Cavalry. I think the cavalry will keep on this side to counter their stronger cavalry, and we'll put our Hessians on this side. Jaegers will be front and center. No problem with that. Let's take off their bayonets. And then I think we're good. Yeah, maybe you're like over here since you have an officer, and then we can put you over here. Okay. Now let's go ahead and let's move up into a line here along these woods. You guys are going to come out wide. Jaegers are going to be in front. Move up the artillery, move up our Hessians, and cavalry will move up, and the general will figure out where to put later. Maybe I'll have the general out over here, supporting the cavalry and our block grenadiers. Okay, let's start spreading out. We'll see how far their line gets. Oh my gosh. Okay, we need to get these guys spread out ASAP. It looks like they're pretty content to just hold that position, so we're gonna march up on them. Let's get sorted over here. Looks like they are starting to mobilize. They are stopping. Here, let's fall back. Let's see if we can get out of range before the next volley. And are these guys any good in melee? No, not really. So let's go ahead and just charge in over here. And let's keep an eye on that cavalry. And let's pull the grenadiers, or those Hessians, back. Okay, here we go. They're charging in over here. So let's first take these guys out. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, let's pull out the general. Okay. Shoot. Dude, these hussars are too fast. Okay, let's support. Oh my gosh. I think our general might be done for here. Because I just can't outrun these guys. Oh my gosh. I had too many units on this flank. I didn't even realize it. Maybe the artillery can fight them off? No. Oh my gosh. This is so depressing. Here, let's try to get this foot turned in time. Actually, here, turn back to hit that provincial cavalry. Okay, form back up here. And then come over here. Let's get into a column. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, get into a column, get ready to hit these hussars. Okay, those guys are done. That's good. You guys just keep marching away. And let's get these guys into a line to fight those grenadiers. What the heck are with these guys? They keep coming back. I don't know about you guys. I feel like enemy light cavalry is just really strong. Like they keep messing me up. So we probably lost. Well, we definitely lost these. We definitely lost these Jaegers. I think we might have lost these. Wait, am I crazy? Again? I'm losing it with these hussars, man. Okay, they got pretty messed up by the artillery, so that's unfortunate. I guess these guys, they were routing, but then they got in range of the officer, maybe? I don't know. You know, let's take off your bayonet so you guys will reload faster and be more accurate. You guys have canister? These guys have grape shot, but they're the howitzers, so they're not too scary. Let's charge in. Let's get you over here helping. Oh my gosh. Oh, these guys didn't shatter. Nice. I'm pretty sure these guys did. Okay, very good. And now let's charge into this unit. Did you guys get stuck? They must have hit the fleeing unit. Wow. This campaign might be over for us. I feel like we are just getting decimated, bonked really hard in these battles. Let's go ahead and see what losses were like. Let's definitely take the conscription option. Yeah, we lost these Jaegers. We of course lost these hussars. But I wonder what the deal is where these units get hit and they go from healthy to just completely destroyed. I don't quite understand that. I feel like that's got to be a bug. Jeez Louise. Okay. Let's come up here to this town and buy up whatever units there are here. And sell some stuff. Sell anything and everything that we can. Oh, this is so depressing. Yeah, sell this, sell this. The riding boots I don't need, I can sell that. And, okay, let's see. Hanoverian Foot, Hanoverian Cavalry, Hessian Musketeers Subsidy Recruits. Can any of our guys upgrade? I doubt it, right? Because they need, what, 7? Yeah. These guys are getting kind of close. Anyway, let's go ahead and buy up the Hanoverian Foot, the Hanoverian Cavalry, and the Hessian Musketeers. And then we need to sell enough to get 437 for the recruits, which I think we can do. We can sell off these cartridge boxes. They're not terribly needed. This is an extra Potsdam that we can sell. I could probably sell the heavy saddle, or, you know, here, let's give it to our Hanoverian Cavalry, and we can give them the heavy jacket, and then maybe the haversack, or no, the spirit ration, because they don't have a carbine. So that's good. Let's find our other Hessian and put him in here. And you can have the great coat and probably the canteen and maybe the morale or the haversack or these shoes. There we go. The half gaiters. And then let's see, Hanoverian Foot, we can give Tompions. We can give them the excellent pocket Bible and maybe the haversacks. Do I want to sell this cartridge box? Perhaps. Let's see. Good entrenching tools. Cross pendant. The cross isn't all that useful. I can sell that. I might sell off the entrenching tools. I think we'll need the money. Let's go ahead and see how much more we'll need if I sell these items off. Oops. Okay. And if I sell these, and if I sell... I'm keeping the canister because I want to turn these subsidy recruits into an artillery unit, and so I am keeping the canister for that reason. What else can I sell here? Light saddles. Maybe I sell off one of our Potsdams. Maybe this large limber chest. And that gets me up to where I need to be. Oh shoot, it's 437. Shucks. Okay. Could sell a pocket Bible. Let's see. What did the Hanoverian cavalry have? We can switch that out. We can sell this. But not to the town square because they have like no money. So we can sell that. And that's good, right? It was 437. Okay. And then in here, they need one veterancy to become battalion artillery. So someone had the quartermaster, yeah. And then do we have a spontoon that we could give them? We do. So let's do both of those and maybe the morale. What can we give you? We can give you a pocket Bible, and then we can give gun picks. Maybe we actually give you, first of all, a Potsdam, and either a gun pick or the half gators. Maybe the gun picks, so they reload a little faster. Okay. Now with that, I think we'll go try our hand. Well, how much time do we have? I might raid this village and then come fight the encamped army. Because we need time to replenish. But raiding it might take too long. How quickly are our guys replenishing? 33 each day. Maybe we raid it partially. Here, let's raid it a little bit for sure. Okay, we're doing fairly well on replenishment there. Alright, let's just raid it all the way down and then go to the encamped army. Okay, the encamped army is way down here, so we definitely should have time to replenish before they come for us. Oh man, 5 full brigades? That's kind of nasty. But at least they don't have... The French gentleman cavalry are scary, but these dragoons aren't really scary. They're gonna have 2 huge artillery batteries. Okay. And yeah, I didn't rename these units. I will rename them if they survive, if they survive the battle. But this is looking kind of, and look at this, excellent Tulas, excellent Yonshopings, excellent land patterns. Hmm. These guys are really low on morale. So I feel like if we can manage to hit them with the cavalry, they should rout pretty quickly. Got a lot of artillery. Let's see. I mean, we can definitely... Maybe this looks like a fairly good line area to hold. Let's have our grenadiers on this side. And then we'll put these guys over here. You guys here. Subsidy recruits. YIKES definitely over here. Subsidy recruits. What am I gonna do with you guys? Put you over here? Maybe. Our melee troops I'll keep over here. And we'll put the cavalry over here. And ideally we'll be able to kind of like run down this side of their line since it's got relatively low morale fusiliers and then these recruits. Whereas these guys have much higher morale. They're going to be able to hold out. Alright, trying to figure out what the optimal way to have the officer is. Okay, in any case, we'll roll with this. I am really worried about the artillery though. They've got, okay, at least these guys, they did end up with 2 of these brigades, but at least only one of them only has the bronze 12 pounder. I was worried both of them would have the bronze 12 pounder. Alright, let's just get in there and see what happens. We'll have the general over here supporting. Oh, there's another Hessian unit in here. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want the artillery more skewed this way. Okay, everybody's moving. Oop, Hessian's not moving. Let's see when their artillery starts to unlimber. That might be soon. Here, let's start getting into... Let's start getting into lines here. Let's take a look at where their cavalry's at. Mostly in the middle. Here, let's fall back here a little bit. Okay, battalion artillery still advancing, very good. Field artillery still moving up as well. Dude, can we run the YIKES up here and get a shot off on that artillery? Maybe if I'd been thinking about this sooner. I don't know about now if that will work. Yeah, probably it's too late. Okay, good job. Let's fall back here. Let's run you guys in a position so that you're ready. I grabbed the artillery, which was incorrect. Here, let's have you guys set up. Let's pull back the light cavalry a little bit more. Subsidy recruits will just kind of be in reserve at the moment. You guys need to run into position, as do you. And we're going to retreat our YIKES now. And when these Fusiliers eventually turn to hit this foot, that's when we'll charge into their flank. And I'm going to move our Hessians over so that they give the combat effectiveness bonus. Pull back the cavalry a little bit more. Run our general into position. Okay, there we go. They're lining up. Let's get into position there. And then let's go ahead and hit them. And, okay, they're shattered. Perfect. Pull everyone back. Pull back, pull back. Okay, now you move up, and you come forward. Okay, and you can start to come over this way. And then you're going to charge in, and you're going to charge in. Okay, keep working on kills there. These guys are hitting us in the flank. Let's turn and try to hit them. Let's try and knock out those royal recruits. And let's start getting these guys into a better position. Are you even shooting them? No, it doesn't seem like it. Those dragoons are kind of worrying me. I hope we can break these recruits really quickly and then get out. Here, run, run, run. I fear we may have made a mistake here. Hold your fire. Some long range. Over here we're not doing too great. We need to... Oh my gosh. Here, limber up. Or unlimber, I should say. And we need to pull everyone back. Shoot. Except there's cavalry coming in. Okay. Here, let's pull back our grenadiers here. Put these guys forward. Okay. Get out. And then you guys come over here and help. And you guys coming and charging over here. Oh, and the Jaegers are getting destroyed. And the Jaegers are pretty much gone. But they're I feel like the losses they're taking are exaggerated, like they're way too high. Whenever cavalry is charging in. Here, let's try to get these guys out as much as possible. Maybe the subsidy recruits come deal with the artillery. I think our YIKES must have shattered. But I'm okay with these guys running. Looks like the block grenadiers have recovered. Let's pull back these Hessian musketeers. Let's pull these guys back. They're really low on health. Fire when ready. And get ready to countercharge these dragoons. Okay. Alright, these guys are done. They're out of ammunition. Okay, you guys can charge in. Not ideal, but it'll give us some more time. Why are you so tired? What? I don't understand why you're tired. Are you tired like walking through this terrain? Okay, come back. Be nice, fall back. Yeah, just come back. I think some of these guys have just been like, what? Why is he draining stamina? Is it because he's walking through the woods? I really don't understand some of these. Let's get them running into position. Pull you back, push you forward. Swing the cavalry around this way. Okay, everyone just charge into this guy apparently. Ugh. Okay, so victory, but I mean at what cost? Jeez Louise. Let's see what our manpower loss is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we lost these Hessian musketeers and our Jaegers. Dude. Let's take the loading drills. This is just unsustainable. We can sell that, sell that, sell that. We can sell the Charleville. Subsidy recruits still cannot be upgraded, unfortunately. Artillery brigade. Unfortunately, not getting ideal upgrades. I'm trying to think if it's worth taking an upgrade just to have one. Could have better stamina, which is okay. Okay, sell that. There's a better treatise here. Shepherd's axes. Here, let's move you over here. Buckshot, I don't think is very useful at the moment. So I might sell that. This beer we can give to we give it to these guys. Or to our Hessians. Which look like they'll never get to be grenadiers. Oh man. We can sell that. Can probably sell that off. And let's see, do the Hessians have a shepherd's axe? They don't. So I would replace their spontoons. These guys could be grenadiers, but I don't want to make that upgrade. Here, let's give these guys the shepherd's axe. Actually, no. Let's give it to one of these guys. I might remove this just because I'm not going to be using it anytime soon, I think. And is there someone I could give the quartered shot to? It's really hard to say. I don't think anyone is in a good position to use it. Maybe the subsidy recruits. Let's give these guys a Charleville over the land pattern. Actually, 8 stamina, 6 stamina, 2 movement speed. Okay, let's go ahead and... Closest town is over here. Let's see if we can get there before the HQ. Here, let's force march. Hmm. Okay. So we just need to win this battle. Come over here, buy ammunition, train or drill as long as I can, and try to get replenishment back up. Okay, let's see. French Grenadiers over here. French Fusiliers. French Grenadiers. Gendarmerie, Hussars. Okay. We need to be very cognizant of where the Hussars are. So let's go ahead and put the Grenadiers over here to counter those Hussars. Let's take our... these foot units, put them here, and we can put these guys in the middle. And then our recruits... maybe I put them on the flank over here, and our Hessians over here. I kind of don't like having my officer over here, but I really do need him, just in case the cavalry charges me. We'll put these guys over here, and the general can be here. Maybe we do that and let Braunschweig be over here. And then you can kind of support them. And you can be over here. Or even over here. Okay, I kind of like that. They have artillery advantage, so we can't depend on them attacking into us. But we'll try to form up a line here and then advance. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Mr. Braunschweig, come this way. And let's start forming up on this. Where are my howitzers? Here they are. Here, maybe we can... yeah, just put them back here. You guys keep going. Let's get formed up here and here. Let's get the cavalry in position. These guys can just kind of be at the ready, I guess, for whatever happens. Their cavalry is so concentrated here in the middle. So maybe we have them here in the middle ready to respond. Okay, subsidy recruits keep coming this way. Let's have you guys take a step back. You guys need to run. And you can take off your bayonets. Unlimber and unlimber. And you need to walk up because you're getting shot from outside of your range. Here, let's turn some here. Dude, maybe I keep these grenadiers in reserve. Okay, help them out. Let's hit these Fusiliers. Come support our subsidy recruits. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, charge in. Hopefully these guys can absorb a charge for a minute. And okay, their cavalry is coming in. Let's turn these guys. Hold your fire. These guys are already going to fire, unfortunately. Okay, and then fire. Hold fire. Hold fire. Hold fire. And let's have our subsidy recruits start marching up. And let's have you guys fire. Okay, very nice. And then let's wait a moment and then fire. Nice. Okay, so we can fend off cavalry charges when we are expecting them. But man, I have gotten caught off guard way too much. And let's start to move up on that artillery and knock them out. Sorry, yeah, hit those grenadiers. Here, let's start running. You guys need to get it together. Ooh. Let's fire on them. Very nice. Okay, reload. And let's fire. Okay, very nice. Okay, so losses weren't bad there. We fought that battle as one should. And from this, we're going to take the money and ammunition because we really need the ammunition. We've got a line brigade upgrade. Maybe we go with the flanking fire damage or the morale damage decrease. Let's take the reduction to morale damage just because I feel like we've had so many problems with morale. And you can be battalion artillery. Let's give you a cannon. Let's give you canister. Anything else here? We give you the reload, which maybe I will do, and a canteen. And these are things that we can sell. Hungarian horse is better. You guys have no horse, so here, why don't you take the move speed, I guess. Good spontoons. Or not spontoons, tompions. Are you guys using tompions? I could expand a slot here and give it to you. Let's hold off at the moment. Let's get into this town. Let's buy up all the ammunition. Let's check the barracks. Pray that there are German units. Okay. So what do I need? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units of line infantry. I can afford to take on 2 units. So I could take on the Hessian Musketeers and the Hanoverian Cavalry. What is more useful? Probably... Is there a stable here? There isn't. Okay, so I could equip them with breastplates. Gosh, they're expensive though. Okay, let's do this. Let's take the Okay. Yeah, let's take the cavalry and the musketeers. Just because those are the best units available. Yeah, you'll be here, you'll be here. And we'll give you these spirit rations. And maybe we'll give you this treatise and the Yon Shopping. And what else? These shoes and a spontoon. And for the cavalry, I can buy a breastplate for them. And we still have these tompions that I need to give out. Here, why don't we fetch? Yeah, you can take that. And we can give you a gun pick. Oh, I have a bunch of junk to sell. Yeah, let's sell all that junk. So we definitely want the breastplate. A blanket would be good. Dude, do I sell the quartered musket? I don't know. These things for sure we can sell. And let's give you the breastplate and this blanket. The powder house, we've got wooden stakes that are going to be helpful. And in the town square, we've got tea rations, excellent spirit rations, as well as good coffee. Let's take these steaks. And we'll give them to these units. Here, I don't really need that for you. And maybe not that. Here, you can use a gun pick. And there is good tea and good coffee. So let's switch you for the tea, and we can get rid of your canteen, or we can just upgrade you. Yeah, let's just do that and give you good coffee. You can take normal coffee. And maybe I give you a Tula instead, just so that you're a little more reliable at shooting if I need you to be shooting. Let's see, good spirit rations, excellent spirit rations. I could buy the excellent and hand it over to the Hanoverians, but it's not a very big, it's not like a huge boost to their charge. There is good tobacco, or basic tobacco. If someone doesn't, I mean, you could use better than coffee for sure. You don't have a ration at all. You don't have a ration. So let's do this. You've got a ration. You do, you do, you do. Okay. So let's give it to this unit. Here, let's give you the quartermaster. And then I've got these canteens that I can hand off. Maybe here and here. And I do know I can upgrade these guys, but they're going to be missing out on 12 points in like stat increases from veterancy, so I don't want to upgrade them because they're going to take a big hit to like accuracy and melee and stamina and all that jazz. Part of me wants to give these guys buckshot. And then let's see, do I want to bother naming these guys? I mean, the battalion artillery we can definitely name. That's easy. They'll just be the second and third. Oh, did I not copy this? Second Hanoverian battalion artillery, and then you're going to be the third. And we need to name our Hessians. And I think we have a, yeah, Hanoverian foot unit. So let me pull up Chronoskoph. One moment, please. Okay, and then let's find the Hanoverian army. Let's see, what do we not have? I don't think we have an Oberg. Is there an Oberg foot? I don't think so, right? There is not. So these guys will be Oberg. And let's just see if very briefly they have a flag that I can customize. It's kind of just the white. It's just this on a white background, which I think we already have. Yeah, we do. So maybe what we'll do is, it looks like their uniforms have yellow facings, so maybe we'll just put it on a yellow background. It's not exactly historical, but and then we'll give them that color. Okay, there we go. We got the Oberg. And then Hanoverian Cavalry. Let's find their cavalry. And we can name them the Botha. So let's see. Botha cavalry. Here, maybe we upgrade them and give them the surgeon. And they've got... Okay. They've got this, but on a blue background. And then their uniforms. It looks like the inner part is like a yellow, like this, but then the outer part looks kind of blue, so we'll do that. And then last but not least, we've got our Hessians. So let's find the Hessian army. And we can name them the Monsbach. Monsbach Musketeers. And then let's see if there's a regimental standard here. Looks like their jacket is blue, and then I think everything else was white. Yeah, it looks like it. So there we go, white and white. And then the flag. There is no flag attached to them. But they kind of have like they have like a crown and then a bunch of ropey things, and I think we decided that we didn't have that. So I think I was just giving them like a wreath. And then it looks like they can have like yellow, green, or red as a background. Let's see what we have so far. These guys are yellow. These guys are green. So we can make them red. We don't have a red wreath. So let's go ahead and do that. Or we can make this darker red. Yeah, I kind of like that more. It's giving Rome. Very nice. And then we're pretty much out of money. So what we do now is, where's the HQ? There it is. I think we drill for a couple of days, try to get our replenishment up. Okay. And now we've got, oh no, not the Hungarian veteran hussars. Oh, I'm dreading it. Man, lots of Hungarians. Lots of Hungarians. Fair amount of artillery. I think we've got our work cut out for us. Anyway, this video is running its due course, so And by that I mean I think I've recorded as long as I want to for tonight. So we'll hold off on doing this battle until tomorrow, or I mean the next time that I record, and we'll see what happens. I've really been struggling in these battles. I think part of it is underestimating light cavalry. I think part of it is, man, light cavalry like really freaking hurts now. And if they hit you, if they hit an unbraced unit, it is pretty devastating. Um, and I haven't been ready for that, and I feel like I keep getting caught out. So it's definitely a lot of improvement to be made on my part. A lot of more thinking ahead and making sure that I don't get caught out by light cavalry. So we had a pretty good showing. Was it in the last battle where we were ready for those cavalry charges? But that was also a patrol battle, so there were less units that I had to manage. When in a bigger battle like this, I think it's going to be a lot harder to feel prepared for these light cavalry attacks. In any case, we just have to do what we can. So thanks everybody for watching. Sorry for the rambling at the end. Um, just trying to figure out if we can keep it together and make it into Act 3. We'll see. Thanks everybody for watching. As always, if you enjoy the content, if you like seeing me make mistakes or get my units utterly just devastated, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I appreciate your support. Sorry this has not been my most successful campaign, but hopefully you enjoy watching me squirm and suffer. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video.